Okay, hello, welcome along to the first of the Melbourne to Osaka weekly wraps. I'm going to be your host for the next 6 weeks over the course of the race as the race begins and right through to the finish line. It's pretty exciting times at the moment on the race. We've got a lot of preparations here at Sandringham Yacht Club. All the competitors are here now pretty much, and they're on the final throes of preparing their boats. Race starts on the 15th of March. That's the very first competitor, Morning Star, followed by the 18th of March, a couple of more competitors, and then most of our competitors start on the 25th of March. So each week we're going to cover what the competitors have done over the previous week, see if their tactics paid off. We're going to talk to some competitors over the satellite phone and get a first-hand account of what it's like out there on the water. Finally, we're going to speak to our weather and tactics guru, Simon Dryden. Now, Simon is the principal race director for the race, but he's also been a competitor in 2 past races. So welcome along, Simon.
Oh, thanks very much, Martin. We're at a very exciting time where our preparations are nearly over. The competitors are getting very anxious, so we're looking forward to the race start next week.
Fantastic. And maybe for our viewers here, we can actually explain the staggered starts. I mean, it's quite unusual for a race to have so many starts. So can you explain that?
Yeah, so one of the things that we did with the Osaka race, because for a race of such long duration, the finish can be spread out over such a long time. So we decided to introduce a staggered start. And what's most exciting for most people is that big ocean races, the big boats win and the little boats come last. Well, in this one, the little boats are chased by the big boats. And if the little boats do really well, you know who's going to win. So it makes it really easy for the public to understand the ones in front is going to win.
Fantastic. So how do people follow the race?
Well, to follow the race, we've got not only a website, we've got a Facebook page, and we have a tracker. And the tracker is really where you want to go. The tracker has lots of features, which we'll explain to you in the weekly TV updates. We'll tell you how to use the tracker, but on the tracker you'll be able to see how far they've got to go, if they've done better than last time, if they're up in the miles, down in the miles, how fast they've gone, whether they've stopped. And so it'll be really interesting, and each week we'll be able to give you race trackers and all sorts of chart plotting so we can tell you who's got the best strategy, which strategy might lose and which strategy might pay.
Okay, so the first part of the race, for those who don't know it, is the famous Bass Strait. So you need to exit the heads, you need to head out past Gaybo Island. Tell us about that.
The first thing is to get over that anxiety, because you've had a stressful 3 months, you're really tense and you're really nervous, and the desire is to throw all your equipment up and you might break it before you get to Gaybo Island. So it's about starting gently, and the tricks to the race is that you've got to get round Wilson's Prom. And I don't know why, but it's one of the things people who are not sailors might understand. When you get to the prom, the wind always blows 20 or 30 knots harder than the general surround. So once you're round the prom, then you've got the paddock. And the paddock is a famous place. It's flat. In the middle of the paddock is the oil rigs. So you've got this flat bit of water about 150 miles long that you've got to get across, and you could get everything. So the fortunate thing for the Osaka competitors is as they're going north, most of the bad weather comes from the south. So if they get some, they'll go really fast.
Now, just for those that haven't done their tactics yet, do they go inside or outside of the current, Simon?
Well, this is the $100 question, because I've been in races before where I went out to the current, but there was no wind there, so the ones inside went fast. So it's a really difficult thing to decide with the strategy. Is you can go out for the current, but if there's no wind, you're going to stop. If you go inshore and there's a bit more current, but if you have wind, you're going to win. So it's all a toss-up. So as we get down to those components, we'll show you which we think is the best option, and you can join and you can toss the coin and put your money where your mouth is.
In fact, just on that, we will be running a virtual race. So anyone out there that thinks that they know perhaps a bit better on the strategy and tactics than the actual races, you can join the sail online. And all the details will be on our website on how you do that. You yourself can sail the race from your armchair over the next 30-odd days or 35 days. So people that are not aware of the Melbourne Osaka yacht race, a lot of the effort is actually in getting here. So just recently we've had an awful lot of arrivals, people delivering their yachts from Queensland, from Western Australia, from Hong Kong, and they've come in the middle of the night. We've had sail repair seminars where competitors learn about how do they repair their sails at sea. We have medical. Competitors need to deal with the medical issues that may arise. Finally, we just got the nuts and bolts of physically getting ready. In the yard, preparation of boats, repairing the last minute with their sails and their electronics, and all those day-to-day things that just pop up. And for a lot of competitors, they're finding just to get to the start line is a challenge. But I'll tell you what, having been there, the moment you cross that start line is just the best feeling in the world, as all those pressures drop away and all you need to do is sail. So that's just a taste of what we're going to cover over the next few weeks as we take you through the journey of what it is to compete in the Melbourne to Osaka yacht race. And the final thought I'm going to leave you, and with all competitors, is to finish this race is to win.